Hey, how's it going everyone? Tazen here, today bringing some more awesome JRPG and Japanese video game news, or I should say partly awesome, partly really unfortunate news for one JRPG. So we're going to go over the bad stuff first, and that is regarding Project Prelude Rune. Now this was a game that is being produced by Studio Istolia at Square Enix. It was a company within, or a subsidiary within Square Enix that Hideo Baba had created back in January 2017. And Hideo Baba was one of the main producers on the Tales of series for many of the Tales of games. Now recently Hideo Baba announced he was actually leaving the company, and this is following all the reveal of a lot of reshuffling and changes within the divisions and stuff with Square Enix management. Now Project Prelude Rune, the game that they were working on, one which we had previously only seen concept art and a single teaser trailer for, somehow disappeared off Facebook, Twitter. The website for Studio Istolia was now redirecting to the Square Enix website, and it was all starting to allude to that this game may have been cancelled. And this is something that I was worried about, because I was talking about recently in a video about Scalebound's cancellation, the fact that we have seen big games being cancelled before, and this was considered to be one of the upcoming big games for Square Enix. Now it's actually been officially revealed as of this week that Project Prelude Rune has officially been cancelled, and here's some of the details just going over it. So we've got some discussions from Square Enix and announcements. So according to a spokesperson from Square Enix, following evaluation of various aspects of Project Prelude Rune, development of the title has been cancelled. They also clarified the fate of Baba's studio. Studio Istolia is no longer in operation, and we've been taking appropriate steps to assign studio staff to other projects within the Square Enix group. Now from what it seemed with the whole divisional reshuffle, it's made it more flexible for staff members to go onto certain projects as opposed to being tied to a certain division within the Square Enix management, because they used to have it like there was Division 1, Division 2, so on and so forth, and they were all working on set games. Now it's also mentioned here that Hideo Baba left Square Enix back in April, saying he was leaving to make way for the new generation of talent. Now I thought at the time that may be alluding to that the game is still going ahead and there's more people that are coming onto the game and they'll be taking over for him. It's really unfortunate to see that this game has actually been cancelled 2 years after its development seemingly began. I was very excited for this because it was a new setting. I was interested to see some sort of new blood coming to Square Enix, regardless of whether he may have some fortunate or misfortunate sort of circumstances around his previous games. But I was excited for that, and I really love the concept art of the dragon with sort of the elf-like character that really had me intrigued. I really love dragons, and it just seems games with dragons in them just gets cancelled. It's so unfortunate. So I'm hoping all this is going to culminate in an eventual return of Drakengard. We'll get a remake. Not that it's related to any of these things, but it's almost like I'm hoping bad karma is eventually going to lead to some good karma for a dragon-based game. So yeah, that's really unfortunate. But in good news, we've got some information that Code Vein, a game that was seemingly meant to come out in September of last year, and then all of a sudden was pushed back to have an unscheduled release date, is officially back. This is fantastic. So some of the news we got regarding this was this month there was a lot of new videos that came out for this game from various Japanese and Western media, going through character customizations, new gameplay and stuff, and also going through the early story segments. So being able to see sort of how some of the animations have been refined, improved, seeing a lot more polish on the game I should say now. There is still some things that look a bit clunky, but overall it does look like a better game from what they're showing us. And they've also come out with some awesome information that they're going to be doing a network test where us as players, people interested in this game, will be able to get to play this game earlier than its release date. So currently the release date is still not scheduled. It will be sometime in 2019. But as of this month, or it may, depending on when you're watching this video, a network test is going to be opened up. So basically, in order to get on the list to be possibly selected for it, you just have to go to their website, following the link that I'll leave in the description below. Just provide your email address and so on, and then you'll be in the chance to be able to be sent a link, I'm assuming, to be able to then access this. I'm assuming actually it will probably be a code, and then you'll be able to access that either through the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, the two consoles that this is going to be available on. Now they've mentioned here that some of the details for what we'll be able to access in this early network test is we'll be able to go through chapter 1 of the game, or at least the early parts of the game, so whether that's the entire chapter 1 or a certain segment of it, it's it's not confirmed yet. And there will also be a cool section where we'll be able to go into a cooperative dungeon together and experience that part of the game with other players. Now this, again, may be something that has been creatively built for this network test. Obviously these are all parts of elements that will be in the final game, but whether there will be this exact sort of cooperative dungeon that will be in the final game or not, it may just be a part of it, or maybe something that has been adapted. Regardless, I'm excited because we get to experience some of the single player aspect of the game, get a feel for it in its sort of alpha or beta, and then also experience some of these online components. So I think that's really cool. Something that balances out this unfortunate news of the JRPG Project Prelude Rune getting cancelled, and then the affirmation that Code Vein, this awesome Japanese sort of vampire style action-based game which is being dubbed as Anime Souls, is actually not being cancelled and it's still coming back stronger than ever. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts below. Some of the things regarding Project Prelude Rune being cancelled, and then also the awesome news that Code Vein is coming back. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Feel free to stay up to date for more JRPG and Japanese video game news, information, especially Final Fantasy VII Remake. And yeah, until next video, stay spot on.